fostering knowledge through research publication ethics. In today's rapidly evolving academic landscape, ethical research practices and responsible authorship are more important than ever. This workshop has been thoughtfully designed to empower authors and researchers by strengthening their understanding of research integrity, ethical publication standards, and effective scientific communication, thereby enhancing the credibility, visibility, and impact of their scholarly work. Today's workshop will cover the following important topics. First one is geographical diversity as a catalyst for interdisciplinary research collaboration. Second is research integrity and ethics in the AI era. Last, importance of mesh terms and enhancing scientific approach. Each of these sessions addresses key challenges and opportunities faced by researchers in contemporary academic publishing. So it is now my honor to introduce our respected speakers for today's program, Dr. Nikita Ma'am, founder and director of IP Innovative Publication, whose expertise and leadership will have significantly contributed to strengthening scholarly publishing practices. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us today.
Thank you, Khushbu.
Next, we are having Dr. Balamurgan, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Khushbu. Thank you.
Oral surgeon and oral implantologist and researcher from RVI Madras Cosmo Foundation Hospital. So we'll be speaking on the topic importance of mesh terms and enhancing scientific approach. Moving forward to Dr. Manu Rathi ma'am, senior professor and head of department, who will be delivering an insightful session on research integrity and ethics in the AI era. Next, we are having Dr. Divang Tripathi, sir, professor and head of anesthesia. Sir will be going to speak on research integrity and ethics in the AI era. Welcome, sir. Sorry,
Yes, so,
Dr. Divang, sir will going to speak on geographical diversity as a catalyst. Yes, ma'am.
so Dr. S.S. Jha, sir, a driving force and the guiding ownership of innovative publication is here. So, sir, it would be our pleasure if we start this interaction with your words. Thank you.
Sure. Well, thank you, Dr. Nikita and Khushbu. Well, on behalf of IESRF, as the president of the organization, I do welcome all the distinguished speakers who are present to speak on these subjects that have been allotted to you. Well, coming from all corners of the country, and authors are the key essence of any publication. So what the authors are expected to do, and that also in present AI era, and there are other spheres also which you are going to talk upon in this author's workshop. I will not take more time and would like you to begin with your talk. Hand over back to Khushbu.
Thank you, sir. So you bring lots of positive vibes in the meeting always, all because of your thought-provoking ideas and beautiful speeches.
Please.
Following these insightful talks, we will present appreciation certificate to our blog contributors and authors for most cited articles as a token of our gratitude for their efforts. We hope today's meeting inspires and encourages you all to continue fostering excellence in academic research. So now I'm just going to share the slides with you. I hope the slides are visible.
Yes, they are.
Workshop highlights: learn from experienced facilitators and experts, network with fellow professionals and academics, enhance your writing, presentation, and editing skills, gain insights into the latest trend and best practices. This workshop is designed to empower authors to strengthen their understanding of research integrity, ethical publication practices, and responsible authorship, enhancing the visibility, credibility, and overall impact of their scholarly work. Facilitated by Innovative Education and Scientific Research Foundation, IESRF, is one of the leading non-profit organizations dedicated to medical and scientific research. IESRF is associated with various scientists, medical professionals, research scholars, and students who are wholeheartedly dedicated to research and development in the field of medical, health, pharmaceutical, nursing, dental, and allied science. Sponsored by IP Innovative Publication Private Limited, is a leading publisher in publication of medical, dental, nursing, pharmacy, print and open access books and journals in India and serving since last 15 years. We are currently publishing 60 plus journals and 390 plus books in medical and health science subject. We believe in the power of open access to accelerate and the dissemination of scientific research publication, which makes it accessible to researchers, scholars, academicians, and the researchers community. Open access. So yes, this is most important for emerging scholars. It is not just a topic, it is a wide and broad, the key and the backbone of all the journals. So open access refers to the practice of making scholarly research and literature freely available to anyone online without any financial, legal, or technical barriers. This means that anyone without an internet connection can access with an internet connection can access, read, download, copy, distribute, print, or use the connect content without needing to pay any kind of rupees. There is nothing to pay for access of the journals, access of the scientific content. Our respected speakers, as I have already said, Dr. Nikita ma'am, Dr. Devang Tripathi sir, Dr. Manu Rathi ma'am, Dr. Balamurkal sir. Thank you, sir, for joining us today. So moving forward with the presentation of Dr. Manu Rathi ma'am. Manu Rathi ma'am, please, you
Yes.
can start your presentation.
Yeah. Am I given the rights to share my screen, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure. Allow me to share my screen. So kindly confirm that my screen is visible to you.
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Is it at the slideshow?
No, ma'am, it is not in slideshow. Yes, now it is. Now it is.
So audio video at my end is okay?
Yes, ma'am, perfectly.
Thank you so much, dear Khushbu, for confirming this and for organizing this thing so seamlessly. A very good afternoon to everyone. My gratitude to Dr. Jha sir, Dr. Nikita ma'am, and my co-panelists, Dr. Devang and Dr. Bala. Thank you so very much for giving me this opportunity to share some my thoughts on the research integrity and ethics in the AI era. Through this presentation, I'll be discussing why the research integrity is important and what is the role of AI in research and what are the relevant ethical questions which arise regarding the research in the AI era. So what is research integrity? Means every research has to have an element of honesty, accuracy, and transparency and reporting very truthfully without any biases and present first collecting the data authentically and then presenting and sharing it with same accuracy and openly sharing the methods and the findings and conducting a very responsible methodology for the research following all the ethical guidelines and the professional standards throughout the entire process of the research starting from the inception of the idea. Even the idea is not to be copied or it should not be any theft. So originality has to start from the idea of research before at the stage when the research is conceptualized and till the final stage of the research, which is when the research is completed and it is shared among the professionals through the professional on the professional platforms, maybe through presentation or publications. So any research which starts from an idea or in scientific language when we say hypothesis and then sharing with the professionally. So throughout the process has to be conducted with the utmost responsibility. And what exactly more critical is because every research has something very critical information, putting it simply, otherwise there is important data. And sometimes this data is in the form of human participant as well. In that case, it becomes even more important. So ensuring the participants' safety, the confidentiality of the data, and very secure handling of all the collected data. when everything is attended with the complete integrity that is required for the research. What are the core principles of ethics? I'm sure every researcher must have encountered to know the pillars of the ethics: the beneficence, the non-maleficence, autonomy, consent, justice. These are the 5 pillars of the ethics in any professional conduct, and they stand true for the any ethical research as well. Beneficence means ensuring that the research benefits all the participants and later on maybe to the society as a whole. It and non-maleficence. There should not be any intent to harm any of the participants in the research. And how do we ensure this? Every researcher has to titrate the methodology in a way that this essential element of ethics are very securely incorporated into the methodology. It will not happen automatically. There has to be very stringent criteria and effort to incorporate these essence of the ethics. Autonomy has to be given to the every participant. Though initially for every research, every participant gives a consent, but that never means that the consent is forever and the person is bound. There should be autonomy to refuse to be a part of the treatment at any stage because it is purely the participant's judgment. And autonomy also refers that if any participant withdraws from the research, the participant should not be deprived of any benefits, that treatment is not given or whatever is the benefit related, or the then participant is not attended properly, irrespective whether participants participate in the study or withdraws the consent, has to be treated in a utmost professional way. So that is how we can impart autonomy to the participants. And informed consent, of course, that through the informed consent, autonomy is given to the patient. Justice and fairness, because distributing the risk and the benefits of the research equally and treating all the participants without biasing, without taking consideration of any form of biases. All the participants should be given fair and equal chance to be a part of any group. So that is how the element of ethics, justice in ethics can be incorporated into the study design. So it is absolutely evident that AI in the research is penetrating more and more. So how it is being utilized for the literature reviews and data analysis. Uh, this is one of the area where AI is quite helpful because this being a technology has more potential to analyze even the largest of the data compared to the human competence. Though human can do that, but it will take a more of time. Whereas AI can do data analysis of a very, very large data in a very smaller time period. Predictive modeling is one. Though human researchers do predict something, but now because the AI models have been trained in a way that they have acquired the predictive capability. However, that is not as comparable to the human beings. Another area, the application of AI in research is specifically helpful in all the tasks which are repetitive. So once the methodology is repetitive in the same way, this technology is exceptionally helpful where methodology is ascertained and repeated over the time. And AI is also being utilized in manuscript writing for these publication processes. However, there are certain domains which are not having absolute clarity that what is the role and how it is ascertained the role of AI in the publishing. And same is the translation and information extraction. Currently, what are the opportunities which AI is offering to the researcher? Faster analysis, I've touched upon this. Though human being can analyze the data, but the amount of data which is available currently because of the because data is available in the form of a digital format, hence the researcher have the plethoric data available with them. And to analyze that quickly, AI is required, and that is well trained also, and that can do this analysis faster. And a very unique feature is that since the data is very large, comparing it to the human analysis, large data, finding out the unique patterns and unique observation is not always possible because the limitation of the memory, whereas AI can do this job exceptionally well. So the researcher can take use of the AI for pattern detection in a very larger data and improved reproducibility. Digital formatting of the information is always very well preserved, conserved, and reproducible compared to the manual data handling. So that is another benefit of AI in the research. However, it is not without risks. There are certain risks in using the AI, and there are definitely many of the ethical concerns as well. So when we understand if the data is in a manual form, it is visible to us. Whereas when we are using AI, it is totally in the digitalized form. It is not visible, and it can be stolen without being visible to the researcher. We can keep our manual data under lock and key. However, the lock and key for the digital data are different. They have to be very stringent. So there can be data privacy breaches. We commonly see the examples of fraud in day-to-day practice. And similar way, it can happen to the scientific researchers' data. So one should be aware of the tools to protect it. Otherwise, it is a data stealing is a very big risk. Another thing with the AI is the algorithmic bias, because AI works upon the most of the digital apps, modules, models, AI models, they work on algorithms. So any AI tool would be as efficient as it has been trained on the data on which it is trained. So if the any AI model is trained on X data, it won't give the result for the Y data, form of data. So that also is algorithmic bias might be there. We read so many of the biases in the research, whereas when we are using AI, then it has the potential to incorporate different type of risks and biases. Algorithm bias is one of them. Also, there could be the risk of misuse of automated tools if it is not handled properly. Then what is the solution to it? When we talk about the AI in research, the data hampering, the data stealing and everything can happen at a stage when the data is shared between the any 2 points, any two researchers, two institutes across two countries. So whenever there is a data transfer, there are more chances that there can be a data tampering. So one form of solution is available in the technology in the form of a federated research, where actually the data is not shared among different locations across the country or even within the same institute at different locations. And so raw data is not shared. Only this is a federated research that has emerged because of the use of the technology and the AI, that refers to a collaborative model where the multiple institutions or the data sources that may be on the cloud, they analyze the data without sharing or moving the raw data itself. Instead, only the insights or the models are exchanged. That way, the data privacy is maintained to great extent. A word about AI and plagiarism. Because AI is generating, there is a generative AI is a very big aspect of the use of AI. So when the AI is generating, it itself might generate a similar data. So that may cause a concern regarding the plagiarism. So because AI generated text might create the similar data. So avoiding the invisible authorship, and also when the data or the any research work or publication work is generated by the AI, then it has to be addressed. Though there are not absolute guidelines how it is to be handled, different journals have different guidelines. Some have absolute clear guidelines, some are yet developing, and some are silent about it also. This is a gray area. What is the role of AI in the research? How it is to be accounted for? It is required for two reasons. First, to give credit to AI. Second, to to make the AI accountable in case of any lapses. So it is required for both reasons. But it has to, in case of the practical solution at the current scenario is that in case of doubt, do mention the role so that the accountability is also ascertained. Even if it is non-specified, do mention the use of AI, that it was used in this form So this we've discussed that there can be biases in the models because training data, for example, one model which is required for research in one field, maybe medical field, dental or pharmacy or any animal models or a thing, if that has, for example, it has been trained on an Indian population, if we talk about, and if the same model is utilized for some other continent, it might not be a true representation. A model would be as good as the good training it has been given. So for example, if the model has AI model has not been trained on a rare cases or maybe some rare population, so it will never ever represent those results related to that. So that is definitely going to affect the results of the research. Data privacy and confidentiality, I cannot emphasize enough that how important it is in the era of AI, because researchers data is quite sensitive, so we have to ensure the personal and confidential information whatever has to be protected from the unauthorized access. Kindly familiarize yourself with the technological tools regarding the restriction of the access. And not only that, then even the storage of the data and who can access these data, that has to be very securely ensured. Ethical use of big data set, we know data is a gold mine, and anybody would like, if somebody has access to it, and we daily see the news of some hacking and all that. So using large scale data responsibly while respecting the privacy, the consent and ethical guidelines all together. So responsible use of AI tools. Uh, uh, First, we should familiarize, clearly explain how the AI tools were used in the research, in the data analysis, in the writing part, in decision-making part, and in publication part. And one researcher should declare the AI assistant, simply openly state when was the AI used, how it was contributed to the research or into the publication process, if the guidelines are not absolutely clear. And definitely we should follow the journal guidelines if they are given regarding the role of the authorship, originality, and disclosure. Whether the AI can be considered as a researcher or AI can be considered as an author, it is not still well established. Some journals say that yes, it would be considered as one of the authors. Some remain silent, and some there are gray areas. But solution is simply state the role. And regulatory and institutional framework, it goes without saying that these are to be followed at all the time. Every researcher should familiarize with the existing statutory requirements or any institutional frameworks regarding the use of the AI. We are aware of the ethical committees which govern the research in the institutes. Definitely, those are laid down guidelines. As far as the regulatory control on the AI research is concerned, in the current scenario, we see globally, the European guidelines are very stringent and absolutely clear. And regarding the human research, and USA has also has a HIPAA guidelines. Those are also quite elaborate. In India, we just have DPDP Act in the process of implementation. So whatever area you are doing the research across the borders, if it's a multi-centric multi-country research, first familiarize yourself with the statutory requirement at that time, because these keep modifying very rapidly in the current scenario as the AI is growing. Similarly, the statutory framework is also maturing. So what we can do in the recent future is that we need for the AI literacy. Every researchers, whether we like it, we don't like it, we have to learn the AI into the research. This is a great, great advantage. If I may compare it in the very simplest way, earlier researcher, when there was no internet, that was the very localized research. But once internet came, though it was at that stage it was difficult to understand, but it has opened the plethora of opportunities. Same way, we are at the very same juncture regarding the AI. So we have to learn the skill of utilizing AI into the research. It holds enormous amount of opportunities for the to facilitate the research. And human AI collaboration whenever possible, combining the human judgment with the AI. We cannot say that AI is capable of research independently. that human intervention, human supervision is also always required in research. So human AI collaboration is required, and continuous ethical evaluation is must for this newer emerging field. So regularly reviewing AI practices to address the emerging risks and uphold the research integrity, because every day new tools, new models would be coming and new risk will be arising. So the need is that we acquire the skill of learning the growing AI, and then we can harvest its use for the research work. So finally, to conclude, I would say that AI offers a power but demands responsibility, because the growing capabilities of AI must be matched with careful, ethical, and accountable use. And ethics must evolve with the technology. As AI advances, ethical frameworks must continuously adapt to address the newer challenges which will keep emerging every day. Integrity is the foundation of trustworthy research, and strong ethical principles are the ones which ensure that the research remains credible, reliable, and respected. Lots of good wishes to all the researchers, and I once again thank for giving me this opportunity to share this presentation with you all. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for such a very informative presentation. As you said, AI gives you power but demands responsibility. Very well said, ma'am. Very well said.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing such a great and informative slides with us. Yes, Dr. S.S. Jasa, please share your perspectives on ma'am presentation.
No, she has covered a wide range of topics under this heading, and she said initially that ethics is what is very important, and it is essential elements have to be there, but they do not come automatically to yourself. Well, she used two words. I would like her to clarify these two words little more: beneficence and non-maleficence.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
So these are not English term, but their beneficence means benefit of the participant at the center is the one ethical principle. Non-maleficence, no harm, do no harm. Its simple English translation is do no harm. Do good and do no harm are these are the two corners ones.
All right. And you have definitely summarized AI, and you said at the advent of internet, we had the same problems in our mind, which now we are at the crossroads. But definitely one cannot go without AI as far as authors are concerned or any sphere is concerned. So thank you very much for deep insight into the topic. Thank you. Khushbu?
Thank you so very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now moving forward with Dr. Balamurugan, sir. So please share your slides with us.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Good day to one and all present here. I am Dr. Balamurugan R, oral surgeon and oral implantologist and researcher from RVA Madras Cosmo Foundation Hospital, Chennai. The topic of my presentation is on the importance of mesh terms in enhancing scientific research. So as I came across this topic, I have performed a small survey among the authors whom I know, around 100 authors, and I have placed two questions up front. One was the importance of keywords used in a manuscript drafting, and number two, whether we need to use a mesh term as a keyword in a manuscript drafting. So among those 100 authors, almost 80% of the authors weren't aware of why are we using a keyword in a manuscript drafting. And 10 to 20% had a fair idea of using a keyword in a manuscript drafting for scheduling the articles and categorizing the articles. The second question was whether to include mesh term as a keyword was a question. So, but none of the authors were aware of the mesh term of what it is. They were aware of what a keyword is, but they weren't aware of what a mesh term and why does it helpful in a scientific research. Is mesh term is very much important, and as a keyword, are we supposed to include keyword as one of the criteria in a manuscript drafting? Definitely yes, because it improves discoverability of your research across various databases. So once your article is published, the other author who wants to perform a study in future may place a keyword relevant to your research article. So your article gains better visibility for that author, and he can list your article as one of the references, and that would gain better visibility, as well as the author gets a uh, better referencing knowledge and citations for that particular author. Number two, they enable accurate categorization by indexing services. So once our article is published, it gets indexed in either Scopus databases, Index Copernicus, and PubMed, NLM, and there are so many databases that is included in a journal. So these indexing databases, what they do is they literally categorize your article based on the keywords that you have included in the manuscript. For example, if we say like something called as a neoplasm, under neoplasm, there are various kinds of article you'll be having. Say like well differentiated or moderately differentiated carcinomas, squamous cell carcinomas, mucoepidermoid carcinomas. So they will check into in what category your article lies in. So based on that, your articles are categorized based on each headings. Number three, it reflects the core content and methodology of your study. So once a proper keyword is drafted in a manuscript, you can exactly go ahead with the exact content of the article that you search for. The methodology of your study is clearly visible, so that you can go ahead something like an abstract or a short version of your exact full length article. So you can go through the methodology and the core content. Once you understand that, you can decide whether to go ahead with a full length article to read about a full length article, or you can go ahead with another type of article suitable to your study framework. Next, it increases citation potential and research impact. Once your article is published, definitely it has been published by the various indexing databases. And when the other author cite your article, you get various citations for the article that has been published. Fourth is the support search engine optimization for broader research. There are two terminologies. One is the broader terms and the narrower terms. The broader terms are the that determine your main concept of focus. So say like example, if it is a dental implants, you have a lot of articles under dental implants. But if you wanted to understand a certain criteria under dental implants in a specific heading, you have various criteria under dental implants, say like various subheadings, like you have basal implants and you have corticobasal implants, so and so forth. So if you could include a specific terminology like basal implants, you get articles related to basal implants as such, whereas a broader terms are the dental implants, where you get all the articles related to basal implants, the corticobasal implants as well, and zygomatic implants also. Finally, guides the readers, editors, and the reviewers to relevant content. So this helps the editors and the reviewers to categorize your article based on the category your article falls in. And also in journals, we have section editors. For example, say like we have a department of implantology. There is various departments we categorize under a journal. So we have section editors for each department. So when an author submits an article, so that article falls under the scope of a temporomandibular joint, or if it falls under a impacted tooth, minor surgical, or a dental implants, so that particular section editor holds that particular article and process it further. There is something called as mesh term. Mesh is nothing but medical subject headings. It's nothing but the controlled vocabulary that is used by the PubMed and the other biomedical databases to index, organize a biomedical literature systematically. Whether using a keyword as such is important or using a mesh term as a keyword is important, there is a question. So it's always the mesh term that we need to use it as a keyword, because the regular keywords are the ones that has been used by the author by themselves, whereas the medical subject headings are the keywords that has been used by the PubMed and the indexing databases. Why do we need to mesh? Why do we need to use a mesh term as a keyword? Because it has better precision and accuracy in literature searching. For example, if you include a mesh term as a heart attack, you get a sequence of articles under heart attack. Instead, if you could eliminate heart attack, the terminology, instead you replace it with a myocardial infarction, you get even more list of articles confined to that particular keyword, even including the articles that are listed under the term heart attack. Next is a noise reduction by mapping searches to precise scientific concepts. This mesh terms, they reduces the irrelevant results, saving the researcher's valuable time and improving search efficiency. So when you use a precise mesh terms accurately, you get all relevant results relevant to the mesh term that has been included. So thereby you can save the time of the researcher as well as the amount of article that you search is get improved. Next is the improving reproducibility of research. So this reproducibility of research is more commonly seen in authors who wanted to pursue systemic literature reviews, systemic articles, or evidence-based scientific projects. So this enables the other researchers to replicate your literature review process exactly, which is essential for the systematic reviews, meta-analysis, and clinical guidelines. So once the article is published, you can use the same kind of a keyword what the other author had used, and you can go ahead with compiling with all the other articles that has been taken up by the previous author. You can formulate it. You can verify the methodology section. You can verify the result section and the core findings of that particular article. You gain better clarity, and then you can formulate a framework for a better study. Next is a comprehensive and structured searching. So mesh terms are arranged in a sophisticated tree structure that supports both broad and a narrower search, and that gives you a complete coverage. So one is a broader search that use a high level term such as I said before, it is a something called as a neoplasms or a dental implants that give you a vast list of articles. But you wanted to choose in a precise manner, you need to include narrow search that is called as a subheading, specific subheadings. So under dental implants, you have certain subheadings like complications of dental implants in specific, or success rates and failure rates. So when you include in a specific subheadings, the precision is even more greater, so that you could get a clear picture of what is your study about. So when you use both the broader search as well as in narrow search terms, you get a complete coverage of all the articles that is required for your study, and you will not be missing out on any articles that has been published. Next is supporting rigorous scientific methodology. So using mesh terms, they promote a more disciplined research approach by establishing clear conceptual frameworks from the outset of your study. So once an article is published, you go through the article, say it is like a key article. You go through that article, you understand the methodology, the findings, the result as such, and what is the hypothesis of that study, and where the hypothesis has been met, and you conclude the study. So once you read that particular article, you can define a different research question on your future research. So you can either proceed on different new ideas, or you can do an in-depth analysis of the existing literature with a better investigation protocols that you can carry out. That is the second is identify core concepts, and third is the structure search strategies. So how do you search an article using a mesh terms? So you can combine mesh terms with the Boolean operators. Boolean operators are nothing but the terms and, or, and not, for you get a better results. So when you say and as a Boolean operator, for example, you include a mesh term as dental implants. Along with it, you include a term called as a failure. So when you include Boolean operators and you search in PubMed, you will be getting articles combined related to a dental implants with the failure rates that has been published in one single article. So you get more number of articles related to those two keywords. Second Boolean operator is or. So this represents, say, like one term is a dental implants and the other term is a failure of implants. You will get articles related to dental implants on one side, and the other article on the failures of dental implants on a separate article criteria. You get it is not combined in a one single article. And number three is not, not. So this represents the first you include a dental implants and not the failures of implants. So you will be getting a list of articles only related to dental implants and not the failure of the implants. Next is the enhancing conceptual clarity. So this mesh helps researchers develop sophisticated understanding by thinking in terms of standardized definitions, related concepts, and qualifiers. So these standardized definitions never change. because we have certain medical definitions for each terminologies, which does not change in a biomedical literature at all, and it's the same protocol that has been followed. Related concepts, you go check for articles related to some dental implants. I'm taking dental implant as the same example so that it can be easy to understand. So when you take a dental implant as an example, you choose articles. There are various number of articles. Along with it, it gives you one subsequent articles on zygoma implants. Also, it gives you an idea of zygoma articles is better when compared to the regular implants that you are searching for. So that gives you a better clarity and a better related concept and a focus for your next research. Third is a qualifiers where you can use a specific aspects like therapy, etiology, diagnosis and prevention. As I said, you can include like by any disease conditions, like in case of any neoplasms or any stage of tumor, you can include the term as etiology, diagnosis or prevention. You get in specific articles related to the terminology that you use. Increasing research discoverability and impact. So once you include the mesh term as a keyword in your article, you can use this as keyword as well as in the abstracts, and then the entire article can be used as a mesh terms. You can include mesh terms in the entire article. So once this is published, it gets indexed in the various databases. So this PubMed helps in various dissemination of the articles to the other researchers who looking for the articles. So once they're looking for the articles, they cite in their own researchers, and that will gain better visibility and increase the citations for the previous authors. So before I summarize, so I'll take you to
Yes,
Vishnu.
sir. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. So you just go to Google and type as mesh terms. Will be directed to this homepage of mesh. Okay. So we'll just include a simple keyword as basal implants. Basal implants, give enter. See, this is not a mesh term, so no items are found in this. So this is not a mesh term. You need to modify it to a mesh term. This is a regular keyword. So you can include enter as dental implants. Once you enter into dental implants, you have dental implants as such, dental implant single tooth, resonance frequently analyzer for optimizing dental implants, dental implant abutment design, and so on and so forth. So first we'll click on to dental implants. Yeah. You could see there is a various subheadings. So this is what I'm talking about. There was a broad search. Broad search is nothing but the dental implants. You have subheadings under dental implants. We have various adverse effects and classifications, but certain subheadings are not considerable for the dental implants. These are not a suitable option for dental implants. That is one thing. The second thing is there are entry terms. There are various entry terms which you can include these terms as one of the keyword suitable to the topic that you have chosen. And next is the tree structure. So this is a tree structure. So you have a dental implants, dental materials, the biomedical materials associated with the dental materials. And next structure is the dental processes, prosthodontics, processes, implants, dental process, equipment and supplies. So we'll first include adverse effects as one of the criteria. We'll add to search builder and search in PubMed. So this gives you articles related to dental implants and adverse effects associated with the dental implants. So see, the first article is impact of open proximal contacts on peri-implant disease. So peri-implant disease is a complication actually. So these are the list of articles that gives you combining dental implants along with the adverse associated with adverse effects. Okay. On your left side, you can see there is a publication date 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, and customized range. So you can choose articles based on the based whether you want a recent published articles within 1 year or 5 years, or you can give a custom range, say like within 2 to 5 years of range, you get published articles within so and so years. And text availability, you have abstract, free, full text, and full text articles also. So we'll go back and so we have included dental implants. We'll just add dental implants complications. So this is something called as a Boolean operator. So this and, or, and not. And is most commonly we use as a in a mesh term when we search for articles. So dental implants, we put it like or, add to search builder, and we search it in PubMed. See, so this gives you the failure of implants. So these are the complication, aspiration of a dental implant, to remove or not to remove a non-conventional dental implants, peri-implant diseases, complications, dental implants. So hope this is clear. And I'm moving back to my presentation. So finally, to summarize, so there is two terms. One is keywords and mesh terms. So these keywords are the terms that has been used by the authors themselves, and the mesh terms are indexed by the PubMed. So it is a authors use, it's a free text, whereas the mesh terms are, it's a controlled vocabulary. And better visibility is the mesh terms when you use in a research paper, whereas a keywords generalized doesn't give you a better visibility when compared to a mesh terms. Now, however, the flexibility is high in a keywords, whereas the mesh terms are limited to only existing terms. You need to include a precise keyword to get an exact article. In case if a author is performing a study on new concepts or a broader research, new concepts like which is not yet published, in that case you can include a newer keyword. Say like there was an article that was published stating ibuprofen and chitosan biomaterial. Okay, there was no article comparing ibuprofen and the chitosan material, so that was published. But even though the author had published as ibuprofen coated chitosan material as one of the keyword, the PubMed has included that particular article under the term ibuprofen. So even if you include the mesh term as ibuprofen, you would get the articles even it is related with the other terminologies. So that way mesh term is better when compared to a keywords. Hope this was clear to all the authors who joined in this presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Thank you, Kushbu, and thank you, IP Innovative Publication team for inviting me as a speaker. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing such a insightful and knowledgeable slides with us on the importance of mesh term. I hope all the scholarly authors who have joined us today are gaining knowledge on the importance of mesh term. Instead of using regular keywords, we have to use mesh terms in the article, in review article, in any type of article, because it increases your visibility on the search operation, or basically on the search. So please, and thank you, sir, for giving a practical demo on how it all's work on
No,
like.
because it
Yes,
is
sir.
like the topic is very small. Okay, just only
Yes, sir.
6 points.
Yes, sir.
When you talk theory, nothing would understand. And
Actually, sir. Yes, yes, yes.
and I could see like many aren't aware of using a mesh term as a keyword. Okay, they
Yes.
just use one or two keywords related to their topic of search.
Mhm.
So practical knowledge, it would be easy for them to choose a mesh term later in the topics that they choose in future studies.
Yes, sir. It's my kind and humble request from all the authors out there. Please, you can share your questions. You can put your questions in the chat box related to AI, related to mesh terms, any kind of questions you're having. Please share your questions on the in the chat box. Now, yes, sir. Dr. S.S. Jha, sir.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Balamurgan, for
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
detailing everything under the heading of your topic.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Well, for an author, this literature search is almost like what kind of treasure you have, the resources you have before you have started writing your manuscript. So you have rightly delved into the various technologies and especially making people understand how to use the mesh term. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Dr. Lalit Gupta, sir, has also joined us. Good evening, sir, for joining, and thank you for joining us today. Now, moving forward with Dr. Divang Bharti, sir. So, please, you can share your slides.
I hope the slides are visible.
Yes, sir.
A very good evening to respected Jha sir, Nikita ma'am, Lalit sir, Khushbu, and my esteemed co-panelists and dear authors. I'm Dr. Devang Bharti, Assistant Professor in the Department of Anesthesiology and Intensive Care at Maulana Azad Medical College and Associated Hospitals. I also serve on the editorial board of IP Innovative's Indian Journal of Clinical Anesthesia. And before I begin today's talk, I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all of the IP Innovative management, including Nikita ma'am and to Dr. Lalit Gupta sir, for successfully securing M-based indexing for the journal. This journal was already indexed in several major databases, including Scopus and Index Copernicus. But securing an M-based indexing is indeed another prominent feather in its cap. And not only IJCA, IP Innovative has managed to secure M-based indexing for many of its journals in the last couple of months. So many congratulations. Now coming to my topic, I'll be speaking on geographical diversity as a catalyst for interdisciplinary research collaboration, or why editorial boards must be globally represented. So, but why are we talking about editors in an author's workshop? It is because, as you all will see, it is the composition of editors which eventually governs how authors from various geographical regions are represented in a journal. So, research today is no longer confined to one country or a particular geographical area, it is global. And that is how it should be. After all, diseases, technologies, and solutions, these all transcend borders. Journals today therefore serve an international ecosystem, and editors are gatekeepers of this ecosystem, deciding what gets in, how is it reviewed, and how is it perceived worldwide. They thus shape the scientific direction, credibility, and reach of the journal. Geographical diversity does not simply mean just having one or two international names on the board just for display. It means meaningful inclusion of editors from different continents, different income settings, different healthcare systems, and different academic cultures. This ensures representation of varied research priorities and a better understanding of different research constraints which are faced by the researchers, by the authors. A journal that reflects both the global north as well as the global south is better positioned to judge research fairly and contextually. When editorial boards are dominated by a particular country or a particular region, there is an overrepresentation of that particular region and a corresponding underrepresentation of other geographical areas. This narrows the academic horizon of the journal, with the same research traditions and priorities being repeatedly reinforced. Important context specific science from other countries or other regions often gets ignored or maybe is misunderstood. Again, a homogeneous editorial board is more likely to recruit a homogeneous peer reviewer panel, which tends to prefer familiar institutions and methods. Resource limited study designs may be falsely perceived as low quality research, and language proficiency may be at times wrongly equated with scientific rigor. This leads to unequal rejection thresholds for different geographical areas. Thus, when editorial boards are geographically narrow, an unconscious bias becomes inevitable. A diverse board, on the other hand, brings a broader pool of expertise from varied linguistic and resource settings. This diverse pool of editors not only reduces regional and institutional bias, but also ensures fairer peer review of submitted research by better understanding various methodological constraints pertaining to different regions. This enhances trust and legitimacy of the journal. Editors are not only decision makers, they are connectors. They act as bridges between disciplines and regions. A geographically diverse board can catalyze interdisciplinary collaboration by bringing together different specialities from varied regions, research cultures, and different problem solving attitudes. This facilitates the formation of global research networks and exchange of region specific innovations. All of this translates into the development of richer cross disciplinary special issues, global thematic series, and broader scientific dialogue at large. Geographical diversity deeply impacts author confidence and engagement. Authors are more likely to submit to journals where they feel represented and fairly judged. A diverse editorial board builds trust and long-term engagement with global authors, thereby improving journal reputation. Editors recruit reviewers from their own academic networks, people they know. A geographically diverse board naturally creates a wider and more robust reviewer pool with the inclusion of various regional experts. This reduces reviewer fatigue and improves manuscript turnaround times, thus improving both quality and efficiency of the journal. Well, ethical norms and regulatory frameworks differ across regions and they differ markedly across various countries and various continents. A geographically diverse board is more sensitive to the cultural and regulatory differences between different geographical areas. And hence, it is better equipped to judge ethical applications, consent processes, and data governance more fairly. This promotes responsible authorship and strengthens adherence to international ethical standards such as SCOPE and ICMJE principles. For publishers, diversity is a strategic investment. It ensures wider international reach, increases manuscript submissions, improves global relevance, creates higher citation potential, supports their indexing applications, ensures higher institutional subscriptions, strengthens branding, and improves long term commercial sustainability. Most of the major indexing agencies now look beyond just the citation metrics. They evaluate journal governance, editorial transparency, and structure. An international editorial board is interpreted as a marker of seriousness, legitimacy, credibility, and global relevance. It changes the perception of a journal from a local journal to a global journal. Geographical diversity directly supports many of the indexing requirements. It strengthens peer review process, improves manuscript quality, reduces editorial bias, and enhances international discoverability and citations. These factors significantly improve a journal's chances of acceptance into major indexing databases. If we examine leading global journals, a common feature is wide international editorial representation, which leads to authors from all over the globe contributing, participating, submitting manuscripts to these journals. And this international representation is no longer cosmetic, but actually a quality benchmark. Major indexing bodies like Scopus or DOAJ examine a journal's editorial governance, transparency, and international presence. Geographical diversity is considered as a marker of journal's governance maturity and its global reach. Of course, diversity brings a lot of logistical challenges. Token appointments, that is, appointing just for cosmetic purposes, no real value. Time zone barriers leading to communication delays, and uneven participation. All these can undermine the very purpose of a geographically diverse board. These challenges are real, but they are certainly manageable with structured and fair editorial policies. So, how to ensure diversity? It should follow a structured framework rather than just ad hoc invitations. Auditing current board composition and recruiting from underrepresented regions, coupled with clearly defined editorial roles and responsibilities, ensure meaningful participation. Early career editors should be mentored during the initial stages. Regular performance audits should be undertaken, and each and every engagement should be monitored annually. So, to conclude, geographical diversity in editorial boards is not merely a symbolic or ethical consideration, it is a strategic necessity. It strengthens fairness and credibility and catalyzes meaningful interdisciplinary collaboration. It expands and strengthens reviewer and author networks, thereby improving the overall quality of manuscripts and peer review. It supports indexing prospects, enhances global trust, and leads to growth of journal. So in today's publishing landscape, a geographically diverse editorial board is not at all optional, but is essential for all the modern journals. Thank you. And thank you, IP Innovative, for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for such a great presentation on geographical biodiversity, on the importance of geographical biodiversity, as research is not bound to the boundaries. Thank you once again for sharing
Thank you.
such a great info with us. Dr. S.S. Jasa, please share your perspectives on sir presentation.
A very good presentation on
Thank
global
you.
representation. And you have rightly said that there is no place for ad hocism, and it has to be definitely replaced by structured and strategic necessities. So I think the message is conveyed, and this is conveyed for the publication houses to have not to deviate from a routine referral and must include global personalities.
Definitely, sir.
Thank you.
Dr. Nikita, ma'am, please share your suggestions, points on sir presentation.
Thank you, Khushbu. So I would like to conclude all the presentations and what messages we want as a publisher to the all authors. So I will start with Dr. Manu Rathi, madam. Your presentation is very crystal clear, and I'm very much thankful for your presence today. Madam, you had started with your slide with research integrity. So the research integrity is, I mean, when we are talking about the AI tools, there are huge number of AI tools are available for the research, for analysis, testing, and for even research writing to publication. During the various stage, various tools are available for the research and its publication. I would like to ask all the authors that please be careful during the usage of the tools during your research and its publication, especially at the very initial stage of initial scrutiny of a manuscript. We will check AI as well as plagiarism both at the same time with a high level of tools. Even again, it is again AI tools like plagiarism detector, I authenticate, and AI detector tools. So always acknowledge if you are using your any type of AI tools, and specifically available on the various guidelines of the journals. So for that, you must be go through the journals guidelines. Then the second thing, when I'm in the regulations, regulatory bodies, as Dr. Manu Madam had already mentioned her in her presentation, there is no lead man regulatory body in India right now. But as an international publisher, we are following all the guidelines from Committee of Publication Ethics, ICMJ, WAM, and NISO, Council of Science Editors. So these all organizations are preparing the guidelines, policies, as well as the white papers for the uses of various AI tools. So for that, you may go through the resources which is available on the website of IP Innovative, and be careful while using the AI tools. Must mention, if you are using any type of tool, must acknowledge into your papers. So this is for the presentation by Dr. Manu Madam. Then, Ms. Tom, you had very clearly, even practically explained, Dr. Balasa, about the mesh term, and even I learned a lot. Thank you. So, for actually, particularly when you are using the mesh terms during your research publication, it strengthens the scientific foundations of your research, and it has the great citation as well as good abstracting like PMCI and NMC cattle, websites, because this all the data will which we are mining or the fetching from Google or from any of the databases like PMCI, etc. So they took the data within their own self, right? They have their own archives. So if we are using these terms, then it will be strengthen our research, and the publishers like ours, the medical publishers, as well as the editors of the various medical journals, must be looking after the scientific terminology and mesh terms for the good articles. So this is you can say the tips for the author that must use mesh terms for your manuscripts. Finally, sir, I'm greatly thankful to you, Dr. Devang Bharti, sir, for the covering all the aspect of geographical diversity. I want to add a single point, and that is the authorship collaboration, because today we are here in the author workshop. So when you are collaborate for your research for with the international authorship, even today itself I received an email from global journals to collaborate for my algorithm research work recently, which is published into the Journal of Management Research Analysis. So she is from Cyprus and trying to collaborate with for this particular research work today with me. So what happen if you are collaborating for your research, diversifying your research, and the reach must be global. So your research reach must be global. So try to collaborate with the international authorships also, as already we are trying to have international reach of more reach towards the editors, reviewers, and also the authorship. So this all I want to say with you, and I would like to congratulate every editor, reviewers, authors, and the team, editorial team, that recently we get 14 journals in Embase in the last 2 months, and almost 12 in web of in Scopus indexing, 9 in NLM catalog, that is PubMed catalog. So soon we are trying to have more indexing like Web of Science in PubMed. So I would like to congratulate wholeheartedly to all of you for this achievement. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for giving such a great concluding remarks to all the presentations. And thank you to all respected speakers out there. Now, moving forward with Embase and BAM details and with appreciation certificate to our blog contributors. So yes, please kindly pay attention on the screen. Embase. Kindly suggest our journal to consider for inclusion in Embase and the Elsevier biomedical database. As why the inclusion is matter, because of greater visibility and credibility, faster content appearance, and comprehensive biomedical coverage. As ma'am has already informed all of you that recently we get 14 indexed. Our journals get indexed in Embase, and we are hoping for more others to be get indexed in Embase. So how we can do that? So please click on both the links. First one is Embase form link and the journal to which you want to get indexed. So open the Embase submission form and the journal's website you are recommending. Fill in the answers using accurate information directly from the journal web page, only from the journal website. So the front page of the Embase form will look like this. So there are around 20 questions. You have to answer all 20 questions and then you can submit the form. So this is how you can recommend our journals to Embase, whether you are editor, reviewer, author, you are from any organization, you can recommend the journal to Embase. Now, VAM, Yes, it is very important. World Association of Medical Editor is a non-profit organization founded in 1995 that connects editors of peer-reviewed medical journals worldwide to promote cooperation, education, and high editorial standards. WAM members receive the following benefits. Yes, editors can become the members of WAM, and it will like add feathers in your promotion. It will add feathers in your resume. So join the WAM email discussion group to connect with the other members and access past discussions. So here are the few benefits of it. Receive monthly WAM newsletter with updates and resources for medical journal editors and scholars worldwide, plus access to past issues. Become eligible for WAM certificates of commendations after completing the WAM e-learning program. Be eligible to run for WAM of offices and serve on WAM committees. Free membership donations are welcome. So how the web page of the WAM look likes? The screenshots are provided on the screen. So basically you have to first register yourself, then log in. And please pay attention, it was written over there. Please include letters of recommendation from other journal editors, ideally from editors of peer-reviewed journal. For example, if I want to become a member of WAM, so I need a recommendation letter from editor of the other journal. Only then it is possible. So yes, we can recommend only if the editors are associated with peer reviewed and they are very actively performing their duties, their responsibilities by reviewing the articles, by giving their constructive feedbacks to the readers. So yeah, this is how we can recommend one another, by recommending letters, and can become the member of the WAM. So yes, most important, as this training is all about authors training workshop, so it is important like how you can submit your article to IP Innovative Publication, that is through MPRP portal. I'm just going to give a short intro of what is MPRP peer review process. Basically, it is a portal which is you can have access 24 into 7 hour under good internet connection. It is a set of editorial services that allows a user to run a journal efficiently. It includes journal pre-publication services, editorial workflow, post publication services. We provide high level of flexibility so you can select the services you need and integrate your existing workflow. So first you have to register. You have to register as an author. You can choose your journal and you can submit your article with cover letter, because we require two things on first step, because these are mandatory: your article and your cover letter. Then you can generate after. You can also upload the supplementary files while uploading your article. So first register, then login on our MPRP portal, and we follow double blind peer review process. So now moving forward to the blog certificates. To our valued blog contributors out there, your contributions have been valuable to our exploration of the publishing with purpose, research, integrity, and ethics. We thank you for your dedication and are delighted to present these certificates in recognition of your efforts. First, it goes to Dr. Azad Ahmed. Congratulations, sir. Dr. Arun Kumar, congratulations. Dr. Gopinath Jayaraman, sir, congratulations. Dr. Kumar Guru, congratulations. Dr. Meghna, congratulations on sharing your perspectives on publication ethics. Dr. S. Ramesh Chandra, congratulations on sharing your insightful thoughts. Dr. Shilpa, congratulations. Dr. Sayyed, congratulations. Dr. Arun Kumar, congratulations on sharing your perspectives. Dr. Vikas C. Mishra, congratulations. Dr. Gori Kale, congratulations. Congratulations to all respected blog contributors out there. Once again, a big congratulations. Now, moving forward to our respected speakers. First of all, I'm very grateful and I'm feeling honored that you have joined us today. You all have joined us today and for sharing your valuable time with us. Dr. Nikita ma'am, thank you ma'am for organizing such a informative and a great event so that it is beneficial to our emerging scholars. Thank you ma'am. Now moving forward to Dr. Manu Rathi ma'am. Manu Rathi ma'am, thank you for joining us and giving your expertise, your feedback, your beautiful presentation on the AI era. Thank you, ma'am. Now, Dr. Bala Murugan sir, thank you, sir, for sharing your thoughts on mesh terms and giving a practical demo on it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kushbu. Thank you.
Dr. Divang Bharti sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing your perspectives, your insightful thoughts on geographical diversity.
Thank you.
Now, more cited articles. So, yes, as the saying goes, research flourishes when ideas are explored, refined, and shared with integrity. And our authors make this possible through their dedication and scholarly commitment. It is their research that keeps the standards of academic excellence high. And for that, we are deeply grateful. Let us take a moment to recognize and applaud these outstanding authors for their great contribution in the research field. So there are many names. So I'm just sharing a slides with all the emerging scholars out there. You can see your name on our website also. You can download your certificate after when we just going to finish our 30th and 31st Jan meeting. You can download your article from you can download your certificate from our website. So yes, so these are
All
the
the winners' names are displayed on our website, and you may even go through our website. We congratulate all of you and your efforts. And the top reviewers, authors also get the appreciation and gift from innovative publications. It will reach to you. Thank you and congratulations once again. There are few questions, Khushbu, which we
yes, ma'am.
missed in between. So I guess, especially on to Dr. Bala, sir, there are two, three questions for the midterm and also for AI. So you please go ahead, Khushbu,
Yes, ma'am.
in the chat box and question answer box too.
Sir has answered few questions already. Thank you, sir.
Can I help you, Khushbu?
Yeah, in the chat
Mm,
box,
Yes, ma'am.
whatever
I'm
were
just
the
doing.
questions related to AI, I have answered. But in this webinar chat, here I
Mhm.
don't have the access to respond to the participants. That's why I could not answer.
oh, okay. So actually, there is a question for you, Dr. Manu ma'am.
Yes.
If someone don't use AI as an author, then what about the acknowledgement?
No, in case the AI has not been used, it does not need to be mentioned that it was not used. No. Only in case it has been used, then only the concern arises. And in that case, what should we do? First of all, look to the journal guidelines. If journal guideline for the author clearly specify that role of AI has to be specified, so the use of AI is to be mentioned within the manuscript, how it has been used and where it has been used. However, if the journal does not mandate that it has to be specified, in that case, it is always good to state that use of AI, but not in the main manuscript. It may be either in the acknowledgement, cover letter, or anywhere that AI has been used for this, and this specific purpose.
So acknowledgement is important when you are using only. Thank you, ma'am. On the mesh term, Dr. Bala already answered the question, but it is important to the other participants too. So we can take only two, three question only. The question is that keywords to mesh terms, you can include mesh terms related to your study. Where this is your, wait for a moment. I missed the question. Yes. Regarding using mesh term, should we replace the keywords with mesh terms in our publication? The heading keywords itself?
No, 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 no. See, the heading is keyword, but the type of keyword that we include must be a mesh term.
Okay. Uh, and Yes, so this is all about the questions. Thank you everyone for
Ma'am,
your patience
ma'am, there
listening.
is
Yes.
one more question. Actually, it is written that is the what is the permissible limit percentage of AI accepted in articles for publication in journal?
Yes, thank you for the question, dear participant. But however, it has not been specified in any guidelines or regulations. But there are few journals which do specifically mention the percentage of the AI used. Otherwise, like AI may be the one primary author or maybe the primary contributor in writing the manuscript. Only few journals in their guidelines clearly state its use should not be more than 15% or 20%, like that. But mostly it is not specified that how much AI can be used. But
Thank,
otherwise, the prevailing scenario, like how everybody is a doctor or a like clinician, how much AI we are using in our treating the patient. It depends upon how much I am comfortable in using, how much AI is available to me. Because any AI tool which is in the market for use, that is already verified. If I'm seeing my X-ray with my own eyes, or I use an AI tool to interpret my X-ray. So it is totally my choice. Tool is not wrong. Whether I'm skilled to use it incorrectly or not, and then when I disclose that I'm using this tool, like I just as I cited with the use of interpreting the X-ray. So it is as simple as that. So same way, the AI tools are available. They are authentic. They are meant to be used. They are not. It's not hidden. They are meant to be used by the authors and researchers, and they are tried, tested, and only then they are into the market. So they can be used. They are there for the use. Acquire the skill, use it, and then specify that it has been used. So that is the
thank,
current understanding of use of AI.
thank you, ma'am. Uh, please, Dr. S.S. Jasser, please conclude today's meeting by giving your remarks. So,
Unmute yourself, sir.
Uh, Thank you very much. I must say I am mesmerized with all the presentation and with all the in-depth discussion that has taken place, and Nikita deserves all praise for imbibing whatever has been spoken and then analyzing and then providing her own inputs. Really, it simply shows that the leader knows the way people should tread the way.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So I once
Thank
again would like to congratulate the whole team, including our speakers, and for conducting this webinar. Nikita for conceptualizing it, and Khushbu for conducting the whole thing with so much of energy built into the topics. Thank you, Khushbu.
Thank you so much,
thank
sir.
you.
I also endorse the very same thing. Place on record the sincere efforts of Dr. Nikita, ma'am. Thank you so much.
you. Thank you very much. Thank you. So stay tuned, everyone, please, for tomorrow talk panel discussion. Again, we have a great feast of interaction tomorrow. So please stay tuned for that. And you are able to download your certificate only after completion of tomorrow's session. Thank you.
Unfortunately, tomorrow I will not be here. I have to be into a conference. So thank you for.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You joined today in a very short notice. This is very much, I mean, energy giving to all of us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, God bless everybody.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have a great time ahead. Bye.
Thank you to all respected speakers. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Bala sir. Thank you. Thank
dear
you.
Khushbu. A lot of
Thank you,
thanks. to you.
Kushbu. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.